just sent you the request, Jamia. Yay! You did it.
Figured this out. Figured this thing out. So I don't need to be on the Google Meet.
Oh no!
Okay.
Did that come up with the invite I sent? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was
Mm-hmm.
just to put in your calendar. That was
Okay.
Google Meet. I hate that
Okay.
you put that in there. I need to look in everything.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Let me back
Hi,
this.
Shirley. Thanks for
up.
joining. Well,
Let's see.
thank you for getting on. I know it's late.
Yes.
You had a long day, so I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your time and efforts to join us for our upcoming Girl Talk. For those of you who will watch the replay and are joining us now, my name is Nicole D. Miller, author of Stories for the Urban Soul, a compilation of short stories, novellas, and poetry depicting Black characters dealing with relatable life issues and infused with spirituality and faith. To learn more, you can go to NicoleDMiller.com. So let's get started. We are meeting live tonight with our panelists for our upcoming discussion, Girl Talk. Our good friends, hard to find. I have one of my oldest and dearest, Jamia Lewis. I'm going to try really hard to say her full name because I normally don't. And I haven't in like 2 decades. So excuse me if I slip up. So anyways, I'm excited to introduce Jamia. She's going to share with you a little bit about herself, what endeavors she has going on, and we're just going to chat it up a little bit just to give you guys a preview of what you can expect for our upcoming event. So Jamia, why don't you tell people who you are, what you have going on, how they can support you?
Well, thank you for your time, Miss Nicole D. Miller. So as she said, my name is Jamia Lewis. I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. Fun fact, I want to be a guest star on Abbott Elementary. Just putting that out there. I'm going to say it as much as I can because I really want to be on that show as a guest one day. But I am many things, but most of all, a woman loved by God. So currently, the big project that I am working on is the Thanksgivers podcast, and so this podcast is probably the culmination of the last 10 years or so of my life, and or beyond 10 years, maybe like the last 11 years or so. Just all of the work, all of the growth that has taken place up until this point. So it has been a huge labor of love to get to this point. So definitely, if you would like to hear more about the Thanksgivers podcast or be aware of when there are going to be more episodes dropped, then follow me here on Instagram at the Thanksgivers podcast, and you'll get more information about it. So that is what my shirt is referencing. I don't know how well it's seen.
A little. Can you get up a little?
Like just a little bit. Okay. So, but the purpose of the podcast is just to serve as a source of encouragement for women of faith who've lived enough life to know that life is hard and they don't have to pretend to have it all together. We want to be able to persist and praise even in the midst of life's difficult circumstances. And I would say that a large part of how I've been able to maintain, I would say, to still be here. A large part of the reason why I'm able to still be here is because of my friends. I have been blessed with just a treasure trove of really good friendships. And so Nicole being one of those dear friends. And so I'm happy to be a part of this dialogue. Really excited. I think it's an area of growth for a lot of people in terms of pursuing friendship and what that looks like, and how to be a better friend, and all of those things. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm a little bit Instagram challenged, and so this is like I'm proud of myself.
We're proud
for
of
being
you.
here right now.
We're proud of you for making it on the live. And I will say, even though I'm a little bit more savvy on Instagram, lives are tricky because you have to go to their page and watch for it to be lit up. And then you know it's live. Otherwise, it's just a story. So it's definitely a little challenging just for even me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Shirley commented on that show. What is the name of the show again? Elementary something?
Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary. Can you give us the premise?
Yes, absolutely. It is following the life and times of a young of a young teacher in Philadelphia, and the creator of the show is LaQuinta Brunson. I think I said her name right, but her mom actually was a school teacher before retiring, I think, and so and the show was named after one of her favorite teachers, Mrs. Abbott. So it premiered last season. It is hilarious. And so as a teacher, so I'll say this, as a teacher, I have been working in schools for 16 years now. So since 2006, and it's true to life. That it is true to life, and I think that's what makes it so funny. Yeah, so that's the premise of the show, just the types of things that teachers encounter, the types of situations, what you might see with parents, with administration, with the students, just what are some of those challenges, and it's really well done. It's really well done. So yeah, that's the premise of the show. It's on ABC Wednesdays at 9 o'clock.
So you said you want to be on it. You mean as an actress, like as a feature, like they have guest spots?
Yes, yes. And I appreciate you asking. So Nicole is getting me to talk about it because she knows acting is my heart, or it's a large part of it. So I went to the School for Creative and Performing Arts in Cincinnati, Ohio. So many years studied drama, and have often looked for avenues to be able to express that gift. And I would love to do that as a teacher and as an actress. It would be so awesome to have a guest spot on the show. So
you're an actress, you're a teacher, you're a podcaster, you're a fashion designer, you have t-shirts, merchandise.
So actually, I will say I'm not a fashion designer. So I will shout out Titania Page, who was the graphic designer that I worked with to come up with my marketing material for the podcast and the online community. So there's an online community attached to the podcast. So thank you for asking these questions to bring this out. This is stuff Nicole knows about, but I guess I just didn't say it in the onset of the conversation. But Titania Page, you want to check her out. I think she just changed the name on her Instagram page though. So I'll see about forwarding this to her. She was formerly the digital ministry mentor. But if you go to my follow list, you'll see her on there, who I'm following. And she's one of them.
Follow Jamia. So it's Grateful Me. What is it? Grateful One.
No, girl. No, I know I've had so many. This is what I'm so. This has been like over the years. Over the years, I've had so many iterations of this. But currently, it is at the Thanksgivers podcast.
Girl, I be typing in Grateful. It comes up.
Oh, well, I guess because I think my name is listed on Instagram as Grateful Me. That's probably why.
Okay.
That's why. Yeah.
Grateful is you. So. Okay. Thank you for elaborating. So you're a visionary, an executor, a businesswoman, all the things. We're excited to have you on this panel with people because they're killing it and they're experts in their field. Now, you were in our very first Girl Talk, which was, Are You a Feminist?
Mm-hmm.
That was a heavy one. So we had to do research and everything. So what was your take on that one? What were your expectations going in? What did you get out of it? What was the purpose of it for you?
Well, first off, one purpose was just because my friend asked if I was available. So that was one, and so it was a conversation I was willing to have for that reason, as well as some of the other women on the panel were close friends, still are close friends of mine. So yeah, definitely an opportunity to connect with them. and share and do what we do normally, which is have these long conversations about different things. And also, like in terms of expectations, I don't know that I really had any expectations, except that I would meet some of the people that I had been hearing Nicole talk about for some time, and some of the work that they were able to do. But it was a really great dialogue, and I got the chance to learn a few things as well. So I think it's whenever you can put yourself in a position where you are uh, exposing yourself to different trains of thought, then it's a benefit to you. You know, if you come to a discussion willing to listen, you know, with an open heart, then it's something that is it's something worth participating in. So I was thankful to be a part of it.
I definitely agree, and that's why I chose those people, because I knew everyone didn't agree, and that we would have a more well-rounded view, as well as even ethnically a diverse platform, which is my goal for each of these. And then you touched on something. You said conversations that we have all the time, those lengthy. And I have to realize not everybody has that. And so one of my goals with doing the Girl Talk is to share that. It's like, hey, come into this space. We have well-rounded, intelligent, heartfelt women who you can dialogue with, who you can learn from, who you can grow from. So you and I have been given that, I know, at least since college, maybe before then. And that has been a long time. We're not going to tell our age. But, you know, we've been the recipients of that wealth of friendship. And so Girl Talk is such an opportunity to extend that to other people virtually. So the next Girl Talk is going to be on our good friends hard to find. And what was inspiring me to do this particular one was, again, it has not been hard for me, but I hear other women sharing that it has been hard for them. And so I definitely wanted to bring in a diverse group of women and their experiences with that. So for you, Jamia, do you feel like it's been hard to find? Why or why
Um, I guess I'll start by saying, like, from childhood on, I've been blessed with very positive friendship experiences. So even if we're not in you know, frequent contact today, you know, still very much fond of friends that I was close with in childhood and went to school with for years. One of them just came to my birthday party a few months back, and we hadn't talked in such a long time. But upon seeing them, it's all love. You know, it's still just a very positive thing. And so in terms of good friends being hard to find, I would say yes. Like, even though I've been blessed with good friendships, great friendships, in fact, it's hard to find. But I would change the phrasing of that a little bit and say that good friendships are hard to cultivate. You know, it is a thing that you have to work at. You know, and if you decide that, you know, there are people you want in your life. There are people that you enjoy that enjoy you. There are people where there's mutual benefit, where you grow from being connected to one another. It's something you have to learn how to protect, how to cultivate, how to invest in, how to, like, not just take from, but also how to give to. And those are skills that, you know, for whatever reason, you know, many of us may not have had a chance to practice those. And so, so that's what makes them hard to find, because they're hard to cultivate. I think we are wired for connection. We are wired to want to be in community with other people. And when we have an inability to, when there's an inability on our part to see ourselves and the ways that we may rub up against people the wrong way, that makes good friendships hard to cultivate. Because the one thing that I was thinking about, like, and prior to getting on here, is like, you know, offenses will come. You know, we will be offended by things people say, people do, and vice versa. You know, and so it's a learning of how to navigate that, and being willing to see, like, well, when is it that I'm bringing me offense? Like, when is it that something I'm doing is causing someone some discomfort, and am I willing to accept that? So.
And you bring up a lot of good topics. I feel like I've always felt like covenant friendships, because that's a thing, right? Covenant friendships are like marriages for singles. Like, these are the people that are closest to you, your loved ones, your friends, and you're doing life with them, and you do rub each other the wrong way. And there's different personalities, and it's not an intentional thing. But if you're mature enough and want that type of growth, those are opportunities to do so. But again, you have to choose that. And I like that word, to cultivate it. It's not easy. It's a covenant. It's ongoing choice that you're making. Similarly with people talking about marriages. So I think for singles, it's such a great opportunity for us to dive into those relationships. And we see Hope is on here, which is one of our covenant sisters, and she'll also be on the panel, so we got her out. But we're gonna wrap things up because we've definitely taken enough of your time. Teacher, podcaster, actress, businesswoman, all the things.
Writer. I said writer.
Exactly. So how can people support you if they missed it before? What do we need to be on the lookout from Jamia Lewis?
All right, be on the lookout for new episodes that will be released of the Thanksgivers podcast, which you can find on anywhere you find podcasts. You'll get the trailer and the introductory episode. And as a matter of fact, Hope is here. Counseling and Consulting Services LLC is the first interview that will be released. Nicole is actually one of the guests on one of the interviews as well. And the first season discusses gratitude and grief. I know that I think people are a little bit more willing since 2020 to admit when things are hard, or when when they're at their breaking point for different things. And so I'm hopeful that the first season of the Thanksgivers podcast will be a blessing and will be an encouragement to those that listen in.
Awesome. So again, you'll hear from Jamia Lewis at our next Girl Talk, which is this Sunday, 6 to 7 Eastern Time. Our good friends Hard to Find. It's free. It's a good time. It's chill, laid back. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. So you can go on my link tree, or you can just type in Girl Talk on Eventbrite, and we will see you Sunday night at 6. Thank you, Jamia, for joining in. We will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.